My name is Opemi Poluto. Today we're going to be talking about the benefits of off-plan properties. I know a lot of us see uncompleted buildings, We see uncompleted buildings and then we see that nothing is happening there, and you hear agents coming to tell you to come and buy, right? That is what we call off-plan property. It's a property that has its architectural design. You see the 3D, you see everything how it is supposed to be, but then on the land you see everything is bare, right? And then we tell you to come and buy that property. That is what we call off-plan property. Now there are benefits to that property. Prior to now, we tell you that off-plan property you get to buy it lesser, where in the future as the building continues it increases, right? That is the benefit. That was the benefit. But right now, because the inflation rate has been high from 2020 to 2024, the inflation rate has really been high. It has affected a lot of the real estate sector, right? So we're not going to tell you, I'm not going to be here to tell you that aspire to perspire kind of discussion, right? Before off-plan property, one of the benefits is that you get to buy it lesser than when the property is, has gotten to a stage or completed stage. You realize that the amount is now the standard, right? And then just like we say, real estate is where you get transgenerational wealth and it keeps increasing and increasing. It never goes obsolete or archaic, right? But this day I am here to tell us what the benefit of off-plan property, right? Today, that's because the world evolves every day. The world evolves. Now, real estate and every other sector evolves with it, right? As well as human being. One of the benefits of off-plan property is that you get to be part of the process, right? You get to see everything that is going on, every stage. Now, from phase to every phase, there is a milestone. Now, in real estate and the building, we have different milestones. We have the one where if there's a building on it already, they break it down, right? And then they start the whole process. But if it's one with bare land, right, where there's nothing there, then they start with the digging. No, the first thing is the soil test, everything. All the process, everything. Now, if the area is somewhere that has, it's a water area, right? We tell you that there's either we're doing raft or we're doing piling, right? Depending on that, that's why it is important to do soil test, right? So every single stage is called a milestone. Now, every milestone, you get to be part of the process. You get to be there. You get to know what they use, the instruments, the iron rod, everything that they use. If it is the depth at which they put the block is deep enough, you get to know everything. That's number one. Second part, the payment plan, right? The payment plan for fully built, they just tell you to pay everything upfront, right? You just pay because you're just going to pack in, right? But then for off plan, you get to get so for some people, they tell you as the milestone goes on, that's how I keep paying. So let's say a property is 150 million naira right now. So if you're going to be doing initial deposit, most of the time initial deposit is either 40 to 50%. Now, a client or a prospect can tell you, I would do 50% now. Then for every milestone, there's a payment plan. Now, that's where the offer letter comes in, right? That's on the documentation part. So you get to see how the process goes. So your payment is dependent on how fast they give you those milestones, right? Now, the third part is that you get to do something different. So let's say I want to use, for my building, I intend to use white tiles, right? White. And then, but because you're part of the process, you get to dictate your own tile as long as it is still in the same payment plan. It's still in the same price, right? So I tell you, oh, okay, I don't want my toilet here. Let's presume that I have a plan to do a 3-meter toilet. And then your sitting room is quite big. Some people like a humongous toilet, right? So they tell you, okay, don't let my toilet be 3 meters. Let it be 5 meters. Take part of my sitting room and add to my toilet. just the width and the breadth, right? You don't get that on a completed building. I am not against completed buildings. I also sell completed buildings, but I'm just talking about the benefit, right? Now, taking it back to number one, you will see a lot of collapsed buildings today. God forbid, right? But if you're part of the plan, you get to take time. Some people tell you they don't have time to start looking for project managers, designs, and all. They want you to build for them. But the benefit is real estate organizations take the burden off you. You just get to inspect to be sure that you are doing something that is substantial, something standard, right? So, God forbid we see any collapsed building, right? Nobody likes to go away from business. Because if the building you do today collapse, tomorrow nobody's going to come to you. They will keep remembering you for that occurrence, right? God forbid, right? So now, but the benefit is that you get to know every single thing. You get to know how deep the building started, how deep they went to put the first block, right? There are a lot of benefits as to why you should buy an off-plan property. I am an advocate of that, right? So there are lots more, but stay tuned to different learning from me from now on. So, but today we're going to be stopping on 3, right? Now, Google is one of our friends. Do well to always search, do well to always find out things, right? But then some people don't like to read the words, but they like to listen. So this is what I'm going to be doing for now. 3, right? So if you've not done any off-plan property, you should do it today, right? Thank you.